She couldn't have been older than 6. Tiny shoes, tangled hair, face streaked with tears and dust. She ran straight at our bikes like the whole world was chasing her. Please, please help, she cried, voice shaking. He hurts my brother too. Every one of us froze. I killed my engine first. The others followed. 12 bikers, all leather, chrome, and road dust. Kids don't run to men like us unless something is very, very wrong. I knelt down in front of her. Hey, sweetheart, I said softly. Tell me what happened. Bland, she grabbed my vest with both hands, gripping like she was drowning. My stepdad, he's hurting my brother. He hurt my mama, now my brother. He said he'll hurt me next. When her voice cracked on that last word. Van Tank, our biggest guy, looked at me with a face I'd only ever seen in combat veterans. Razor clenched his fists so hard his knuckles cracked. These men weren't afraid of anything on 2 legs but a crying child? That cuts deeper than any blade. What's your name? I asked. What's your name? I asked. Lily? She whispered. I'm 6. You did good, Lily. You did the right thing coming to us. I turned to Tiny, our sergeant-at-arms. Call, Jilbad Sir E. Tell them a child's in danger. But we're moving now. Bands, her little hand shot out and pointed down the road. The yellow house, she said, with the broken door. He locked my brother inside. I ran when he wasn't looking. Land, every biker swung their eyes the same direction, like wolves catching a scent. Demdio Razor muttered, If that man laid one finger on those kids, I didn't let him finish. Let's ride. Demblia. Lily climbed onto my bike without hesitation, clutching my vest like it was her lifeline. The others formed a protective circle around us. Engines roared to life, loud enough to wake the dead, but Lily didn't flinch. She held on tighter. Ben and we rode toward hell. We reached the yellow house in under a minute. The door really was broken, hanging from one hinge, like someone had kicked it in days ago and never bothered to fix it. But what chilled me wasn't the door, it was the silence, no shouting, no footsteps, no crashing. The kind of silence that feels like something is waiting behind it. Band Lily slid off my bike, pointing with a trembling hand. He's inside. My brother's name is Max. He's only 4. Please don't let him hurt Max. Tank put a gentle hand on her shoulder. We won't let anything happen to him. Not while we're breathing. Razor approached the doorway first. Max! He called. No answer. Kid, you in there? Still nothing. Then we heard it, so soft we almost missed it. A whimper. The kind a child makes when they're trying not to cry, trying to stay quiet, trying not to make anything worse. And back room, I said. The place smelled like booze, sweat, and stale anger. Furniture overturned, holes punched in walls, toys scattered like debris after a storm. A little red shoe sat crushed under a boot print. Razor's jaw clenched so hard I thought he'd crack a tooth. Oh. Tiny nudged open the hallway door with his boot. Max! He called again, another whimper. I moved fast. We followed the sound to a bedroom door. Closed, locked from the outside with a belt wrapped around the handle. Razor ripped it off like it was paper. Bend inside. Little Max sat on the floor beside a broken dresser, arms around his knees, face bruised, lip bleeding. He looked up at us with eyes too tired for a 4-year-old. When he saw Lily behind me, he whispered, Did he hurt you? Lily darted past me and hugged him. No, Max, I ran, I got help. She pointed at us. These are the good guys. The boy stared at my vest, the patches, the tattoos, then whispered, Are you really? I knelt down. Yeah, buddy. Today we are. Tank lifted Max gently as if he were made of glass. Where's your stepdad? He asked. Max pointed toward the back door. Razor muttered. He ran. Smart of him. Won't save him. Sirens wailed in the distance. Reinforcements. But this wasn't over. Not by a long shot. The back door was cracked open, swaying in the wind like someone had slipped out in a hurry. Razor was already moving before anyone said a word. He's close. Guy didn't get far. Bonde. Tank shifted Max's weight in his arms, keeping the boy's head against his shoulder so he wouldn't have to look around the wrecked house. Max clung to Tank's vest like it was a life raft. Lily tugged on my sleeve. Are they going to catch him? I squeezed her hand. Yeah, no one who hurts kids gets away from us. Tiny stepped outside, scanning the yard. The grass was trampled, a beer bottle rolled on its side, and fresh footprints cut across the dirt toward the tree line. Razor crouched down, touching one of the prints, his expression hardening. He's running barefoot, Razor said. Must have left in a panic when he heard us good, Tank growled. Let him feel a little fear for once. And the sirens were louder now. That meant local cops, maybe an ambulance. We didn't trust the cops much, but in cases like this, sometimes they could help more than hurt. Then Max lifted his head from Tank's shoulder. He has a hideout, he whispered. In the old shed near the woods, he goes there when he's mad. Razor stood. Then that's where he is, I turned to Tiny. Stay with the kids, make sure they're safe. Tiny nodded, already guiding Lily and Max to the front porch, keeping himself between them and the door. Lily kept glancing back at me, like she didn't want to let us out of her sight. And we'll be right back, I told her. She swallowed hard. Please don't let him get away again. Razor cracked his knuckles. Oh, he's not getting away. Trust me. Ban's Tank and I followed Razor across the yard, down the slope toward the line of trees. The shed wasn't far, an old structure half swallowed by weeds, paint peeling, door slightly ajar. There was movement inside, soft, quick. Razor looked at me. Ready? I nodded. Kick it in. He did. I'm back. The door exploded inward, dust rising like smoke. Inside, the stepdad spun around, eyes wild, a rusted crowbar in his hand. Stay back, she shouted. They're my kids. I can do what he didn't get to finish the sentence. Mom. Razor grabbed him by the shirt and slammed him against the wall so hard the whole shed shook. Meant you lay a hand on a kid, Razor said, voice low and dangerous, and you answer to us. Engdi outside, the sirens finally arrived. The girl's tiny voice trembled as she led us across the parking lot, her small hand clutching the corner of my vest like it was the only safe thing she had left. The sun was going down, throwing long shadows across the cracked pavement, and every step she took felt heavier than the last. Behind me, my brothers walked silently. No engines roaring, no jokes, no noise, just the sound of boots on concrete and the quiet breathing of men trying to stay calm. Man, when we reached an old beat-down trailer on the edge of the lot, the girl stopped. She pointed at it with a shaky finger. He's inside, with my brother, she whispered. She didn't say his name. She didn't need to. We already knew he meant trouble. Baines, from inside, we heard the unmistakable sound of something slamming, a thud, then a muffled cry. My jaw locked. There's a moment bikers know well, the split second where your brain stops thinking and your soul starts deciding. And right there, in that fading light, every one of us made the same decision without saying a word. Stay behind us, I told her. She nodded, wiping her tears with the sleeve of her too big shirt. We approached the door slowly. Hawk signaled for us to spread out, one on each side. Usually we roll into situations like this loud, fast, and unmissable. But this time required silence, precision, control. I knocked once, firm, sharp. The noise echoed through the trailer. No answer. Knocked again, harder, still nothing. Then we heard it, a small voice from inside, weak and strained. Please, stop. My blood turned to fire. And we were done waiting. With one swift kick, Hawk sent the door crashing inward. The frame split, dust flew, and we stormed in, ready for whatever monster was on the other side. The girl behind us gasped, and what we saw inside froze even the toughest of us. Inside that dim, cramped trailer, the air felt heavy, like the walls themselves had soaked up years of anger. A man stood in the center, towering over a small boy curled up against the couch. The kid's arms were up, trying to shield his face, his whole body shaking. The man spun toward us, eyes bloodshot, breath thick with alcohol. And what the hell, he started, but he didn't finish. Man Blade stepped in first, pinning the guy against the wall before he could take another step toward the children. The room rattled from the impact. I knelt by the boy, gently pulling his hands down so he could see me. His cheek was swollen and his lip was bleeding, but he tried to sit up straight, like he didn't want to look weak in front of us. Yes, and you're safe now, I told him. We're here because your sister asked for help, and we listen when kids ask. The boy blinked hard, trying not to cry, but the tears came anyway. I wrapped my vest around his shoulders, the leather nearly swallowing him, but he held on to it like it meant protection. Men outside, the girl waited anxiously. When she saw her brother step out, shaken but safe, she ran to him, hugging him so tightly he almost fell over. Watching them, something hit me deep. We ride tough, we look tough, but moments like that remind you why brotherhood matters. Not just for each other, but for anyone who has no one else.